Good morning. Some of you will call me Mr. Honeycutt, and others will call me Pops. And it's okay with you, whichever you choose to do. Today we will read through part of a story that I wrote based on a story from a long time ago. The real story is called Goldilocks and the Three Bears. The name of my story is Goldilocks and the Three Bears, sort of. I use the expression sort of as sort of a funny thing to make it show that it's not really Goldilocks, but it's kind of like Goldilocks. I hope you enjoy it. We won't get through the whole thing today, but we can get through quite a bit of it. This is the story of Goldilocks, sort of. So the expression sort of appears right here. The word S-O-R-T spells sort, and O-F spells O-F. There's a very talented woman in Macedonia. Her first name is Ana, and she illustrated this book with me. Here is our main character, Goldilocks. I think she's an adventurous person, and you can see if you agree. Notice that there is a page number on every page. This is page number 4. Sometimes the number 4 looks a little bit different than this, but this is how I usually make them. I will read this page first, then together let's read one word and then one line at a time. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Goldilocks. So this word is a little bit funny because it spells once, but there's no W in here. It means one time, once. This word is pronounced upon. I'm sure you know this word already, but it's the small letter A. Is the way it's pronounced here. And this is a great word, time, because it looks almost like it is spelled. The T makes a T sound, and the I can make two kinds of sounds, but in this case it's called a long I instead of I. So time with an M, and this E is not pronounced. This does not say timey. This letter E is silent. It's a silent letter, but it helps us to know that this letter I is what we call a long I. So it makes the sound of I instead of I. So right here, just for example, if we left off the letter E, this part would say Tim. But that E helps us to know that it's a long I. So this word is time. This word is there. And there's 3 different words that sound identical. There, and there. But we won't learn that today. I just want to point out that this word spells there, and it means a place. Over there. Was, the W makes a W sound. The A makes an A sound. And this is kind of funny. The S letter makes a Z sound, similar to the letter Z. So this is was a little. The L is L. And here, the I makes an I sound. It is a short vowel. So up here, it's time, and here it's little. And the two T's together act as if it's one T. And the L makes a L sound. E is silent once again, just like up here. But because there's these consonants in between, we know that this is a I, a short vowel sound. Girl. G, When the I and the R are together, they make a slightly different sound for the letter I. Girl. And here, name. Named. And then gold. Locks. Wonderful. So now I will read that whole paragraph line by line. See if you can follow along with me. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Goldilocks. And this period here tells us that we are at the end of a sentence. So let's read the whole thing together. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Goldilocks. Very good. So right there is Goldilocks, and she's walking through the forest, and it seems like she's pretty happy. What do you think? Well, you did a great job with that first page. Let's take a look at the second page together, and our reading can be done for today. But I'm going to share with you, I think, is a funny joke, if you hang on with me. Here's the number 6, so we were on page 6. And in our picture, she was walking through the forest, and this is page 7. She went for a walk in the forest. And here's that period that tells us it's the end of a sentence. Let's read the top part together. She went for a, and some people use the word, do that as a long A, like she went for a walk in the forest. On this paragraph, there are a few words that I want you to make sure you recognize. She, for, the, and in. So she, for, in, the. Those are some words that I want you to remember for other parts of the story. Those are shorter words and still are hard to remember for some people. But I want to go over those again, then we'll read it line by line. She, for, in, the. Very good. Let's read it, this line. She went for a walk in the forest. Now let's look at something kind of interesting. That word is called for. And this begins with those same three letters, forest. For, forest. Okay, I'm going to pull out my magic box and pull out the first joke. It's a little hard to open. All right. I'm going to read it to you. This is one reason I like to read. Okay, this is what I'm going to read to you. Where do you learn to make ice cream? Sunday school. Why was Elsa not allowed a balloon? Because she would just let it go. Those are the jokes for today, and tomorrow we'll have some new ones that I think are kind of funny. But for now, good day, and I hope you have a lovely, lovely day outside, or if it's rainy and snowy, then perhaps inside. I'll see you tomorrow.